Hi, it's me again. I have been thinking about, wow, what would I say today um, when I do this post because I want to try to become more regular. I'm trying, but my life is like over the top busy. But I just wanted to come on. I would meet my husband and I. We were talking about our time that we spent in Ghana, which was only a month, but it wasn't our first time there either. But we want to spend a month living life rather than living like a tourist and having people come and have to entertain us and all that. We just wanted to live life, go grocery shopping, cook, and taste a lot of local food. And we did that. We had a blast doing that. Um, I know that sometimes maybe people hear us talk about Ghana and talk about moving to Ghana, especially my family, and they get concerned about what we're talking about doing. I'm not sure what they're concerned about. I, I get it, but um, I'm not as bougie as I may come off sometimes, and so I think that that is one of their concerns that I've lived a certain way, and how is that going to happen, and this and that. I live like I can afford, and I'll do the same thing there. It'll have to be a little less because I won't be working. I'm going to retire in less than 2 years, and that's that. That's all I'm waiting for, or else I wouldn't even be here now. Um, Being in America, I know that a lot of people in other countries want to move to America and see America as the ideal place to come to, where all the bright lights and get rich, I guess, and all of that. But that's not really true. That's the top 1%. The rest of the population is actually working really hard just to have a little bit. And that's the reality of it. We become products of our environment as we try to move up the ladder. And so we come across a certain way. And people assume we all have a lot of money, but we really don't. We're struggling like everybody else. I always say all things are relative. So if I make $25 an hour, it doesn't mean anything. I can make $25 an hour, but if my house note is going to be $3,000 a month, you do the calculations. Even with two incomes at the same level, car notes are every month. Paying your utility bills like light bill, gas bill, water bill, sewage. That's something that I obviously don't see in Ghana, didn't see in Ghana, and never heard about, was water and sewage. Your garbage. Those are bills, and you haven't even eaten yet. Gassing up your car, almost $5 a gallon. It's crazy what is actually going on here, and it to me, and then all the tension, racial tension, and all of that. It's just not worth it. After a while, you start thinking, I can sacrifice this infrastructure for peace. And that is exactly what we felt when we were in Ghana. We could sacrifice everything here that we think is an advantage and just have peace. And we were able to see it and weigh it in the scale, which one would be more important, especially at this stage in our lives. Um, it's chaotic here. It's crazy in America. Um, really crazy. Some things people think is like you didn't really sort this out through your mind. You're just kind of eating. It's like something is poison, and you still sit in the field and eat it anyway, and you eat it because all your friends are eating it too, but it's still poison. And while you are seeking to destroy someone, you're self-destructing at the same time, and you don't even know you're imploding. And to me, it's like if we keep going down the trail that we're going down in America right now, we will become the ones that what we call third world countries are going to be watching us on the news, begging for someone to come and save us from ourselves. And that is exactly the road that we're headed down, for sure. You can believe that. Um, but at any rate, it has been enough to make me say, you know what, enough is enough. Um, there's nowhere to run. I could be jumping out of the skillet into the fire. I don't really know by coming to Ghana. But what I know is I felt peace. I felt peace, and like I hadn't felt in years. And I was able to enjoy the beauty of the country, the beauty of the people, and see life differently again. And that to me is something I have not forgotten. My husband and I also had to adjust back to the weather because it was so warm in Ghana. And our body had adjusted to the warmth in Ghana. And we came back here, and of course we're in the fall, moving into the winter, and it's cold. But for us, it was really cold. So people were laughing at us. I was like, how did that change in 30 days? It's like our time clock went off. We were going to sleep, getting sleepy earlier, waking up way early. We were freezing cold, and it was just kind of like, what in the world? And then eating food, we had only eaten local food for the most part. I think I cooked a couple times, but it was to go with something else. And then a couple times I just cooked. But and certain things I do know how to make, but it's very simple things. And I'm a good cook, but I'm not a Ghanaian cook. And so we had grown to really love the Ghanaian food. So here we are back home. We're eating like we normally do, eating what I normally make, and good variety and everything. And I'm a good cook. But both of us looked at each other and said, we want some food from home, because we call Ghana home right now. And so I got on my phone and I started looking. There's got to be a Ghanaian restaurant somewhere here. I found one. It sells Ghanaian, Nigerian, and American food. And so we went over, and I wanted tilapia and banku, and he wanted tilapia also. And I cook, the simple thing like plantain and add it to something or whatever. We went over there and got that food, and oh my. And so we got enough for the second day. And so it was delicious. It was Sunday. And so Monday, I thought, you know what? We have some leftovers. Let's warm this up. And so I warmed it up, and my husband came in, and he stood in the kitchen. He said, it smells like home. And I said, I didn't get it. I actually didn't get it because we're still in the process of deciding where we're going to move. We know we're going to leave the country. We know it's going to be on the continent, but we're trying to decide where is it going to be. We had people try to talk us into Nigeria, and of course I've been there before, but I didn't feel like that was the place for me, even though I did enjoy the trip while I was there. And then we are planning to go over to Rwanda because we were told by friends if we go there, we would move there and all that. And we're still like, we're moving to Ghana, but we want to put our feet on other countries on the continent. And so that's what we're going to do. And so here we are. We're sitting here trying to make a decision. But when he said like home, I was thinking, because he's at home, it is, because he likes Thai food also. And he says Thai food give him a warm home feeling. And so I assumed that's what he meant until I sat there, and it kept rolling around in my head and rolling around in my head. And I thought, let me ask him. I said, let me ask you a question. Are you talking about home Ghana? Or are you talking about home like when you eat Thai food? And he said, no, I'm talking about home Ghana. I said, is that a decision? And so he just looked at me and smiled. He opened up a Move account so that we can set aside from our regular income, set aside for to take care of what we're going to ship and all that kind of stuff. And we already sold one of the cars, and trying to decide on everything else. So here we are. I'm thinking about that. When he said that, I just kind of looked at him and smiled because I am definitely ready to pick up. And emotionally, financially, we could, but I want to wait until it is best, the perfect time. And so that would not be until maybe mid 2023. But to me, if we wait, then we can come. Just go ahead on it. I don't want to build. A lot of people ask if I was going to build. I don't want to build. I just want something that's already standing because I don't want to wait. So and I feel like if I have something already standing, if I decide to lease it out once I've built something, then that'll be just an extra income. But initially, I don't want to build. It's a great idea. I've watched some of that happen. I've looked at some of the YouTubes of people that are building. A year later, they're still building beautiful homes, but they're not ready to move in and all of that. Yes, I'm an impatient individual. So I'm one of those that let me initially get settled so that I can discover where, if I were to build, where would I want to build? And I don't know the country enough to make that decision off the top. So I'm going to give myself some time. So all I'm going to do is just find me a reputable person, help me find a place, and they have to be reputable because I am not going to toss money to the wind. And so there's a lot of decisions and it's a lot of work to be done before we actually say bye. And of course, we'll come back every year because we'll have to. But to live, to get settled, to spend the majority of my time will be in Ghana. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, as I sit here and I think about everything and I ponder over everything, I've already reserved the place that we stayed last time was so great, so wonderful and so inviting until we went on and reserved it for September. So we'll be back there in September. And so I'm looking forward to that time. This has been an interesting time. I'm not really, I don't feel the same. I don't know if anybody has gone to another country that they love and then they come back to America and it never feels the same again. And so they know that there's a new decision that has to be made. I know that there are others that have felt that way. And that's how I feel is there's another decision that has to be made, and that is to go ahead on and move because it just doesn't feel the same. It didn't feel great when we left and came back to Ghana and stayed that time, but it really doesn't feel the same now. And I love my children. I love my grandchildren. I love my sisters, my brother, and all of that. But I'll see them every year and I'll just come back. Well, I'm going to come back anyway because I'll have to come back and stamp my visa and all that kind of stuff. So our plan is 9 months in Ghana, 3 months in the States. So we can me and my husband, we can spend time with our kids and grandkids and sisters, siblings and all that. And then we'll come on back. So love doing this YouTube. There's so much on my mind until it would take too long. But I just wanted to share some things that I was thinking and also share how amazing I really feel like I felt when I was there in Ghana. So much so until I have to come back again and again until we're gone. So until then, until we see Ghana again, I guess I'll sit here and long to be there. We found the food. Oh, back to that story. We found the food. We got our tilapia. I got my banku. He got his jollof rice and all that kind of stuff. But it didn't taste like Ghana. It was good, but by no means did it touch where we got our food there in Ghana. And so we're waiting to come back and taste the flavors that we got, which was so balanced, so it was like harmony, and so I just loved it. So I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to meeting some more new people. I met some really good people when we were there and got a chance to meet with someone that we wanted to meet with, and so we had a chance to do that, and that was a good time. And I was really glad that he made the time to actually meet with us, because he didn't have to, but he did, and I'm glad that he did. So anyway, until I make my new next YouTube, you all have a really good day. Make the best of your life. Don't, again, I always say, live life to its fullest. Do not let life live you.